We just wrapped up in U.S. federal court here in Manhattan. Behind me, we heard testimony today from Iranian-American journalist Masih Alinejad. She took to the stand, and for the first time, she looked at her alleged would-be assassins, the two defendants in court today, right in the eye. It was an emotionally charged courtroom that was filled with women, life, freedom protesters, people who had allegedly been intentionally blinded by Iran's government during the height of the protests, who came to show their support for Alinejad. There was in fact one moment where one of the survivors blew a kiss to Alinejad while she took to the stand. At the same time, you could see that Alinejad was very confident. At times she was emotional, of course, but she also, you could see a sense of empowerment when she looked and gazed into the eyes of these alleged would-be killers. What we learned from her is just how close the man who admitted actually to trying to kill Alinejad, Khalid Mehdiyev, got to her. In fact, on July 28th, 2022, apparently the two of them actually talked to each other and saw each other face to face. She referred to him as the big guy. She saw him outside of her Brooklyn home, but didn't think much of it. She said that she has a beautiful garden and there would be a lot of people who would come by and take pictures in front of her garden. And he was talking on the phone, Mehdiyev, and at first Alinejad thought, oh, he's talking to me. So she went up to him and said, oh, excuse me, oh, sorry, I thought you were talking to me. And she didn't think really anything of it at the time until she saw him basically lurking in her garden. And at one point she described him as being in her sunflower and just peering and staring straight into her eyes. And so that's when that day she, alerted authorities and ended up going on a trip with her friend that was scheduled to Connecticut. Now, we also heard from an FBI special agent who was overseeing the transfer of one of the defendants in the case, Rafat Amirov. Now, what was interesting with that is that during that transfer process, this FBI special agent produced evidence of a residence permit card that was on him that she says showed his photo. She produced the evidence in the courtroom, and it had an alias name, that of Farhadin Mirzoev. Now, the permanent residence card was for the Islamic Republic of Iran, and in one of the taped conversations with the FBI, he admits to having lived in Tehran at the time. And now, we don't know from what country he was being extradited from. They just referred to it as a foreign country, but they didn't say where it was. And he also had Iranian currency on him. So tomorrow, there's going to be closing arguments in this case. Stay with us and we'll have the very latest for you.